Hello shooters, TI here, TI Iron Channel. Thanks for watching. This episode is for any gun designers who are out there. I'm hoping there's going to be some gun designers that are going to watch this. They probably won't. But if they do, that's who this video is for. I'm going to go through a variety of handguns, go over a variety of handguns, and talk about the characteristics that would make the ultimate fighting handgun. It does not exist at this point. We're getting close, but it does not exist. So I'm going to use a variety of handguns to show their weak points, their better points, and give the characteristics of what would make the ultimate fighting handgun. So let's go and review them. Handgun manufacturers, if you can only make one size, have it be the exact size as a Glock 19. This is absolutely the perfect size as a do-all handgun. It's small enough that it's a very good concealed carry handgun. It's large enough to where it's comfortable shooting all day at the range. It blows me away that Smith & Wesson, that HK, that FN, that Springfield Armory, nobody has produced another handgun this size, and I don't understand why. This should be the first size you produce, then make a bigger one. The receiver plastic should be, plastic just makes them lightweight. If you go to metal, you're going to add weight. There's no reason to make a metal framed handgun these days for carry purposes. But here is a feature that Glock, I'm talking to you, you should totally get rid of, and that's the finger grooves. These finger grooves are made for a certain sized hand. They don't fit hands bigger than mine. They don't fit hands smaller than mine. They do happen to fit my hand rather well, but that's just luck of the draw. Get rid of the finger grooves. There's no reason for the finger grooves. Okay, let's talk about back straps. In today's world, there's absolutely no reason on this green earth to not have adjustable back straps. FN's got them. Even Canon's got them. The least expensive handgun out here, brand new, it even has adjustable back straps. HK has adjustable back straps. Smith & Wesson has adjustable back straps. These days, Glock now has adjustable back straps with their Gen 4. So specifically, I'm talking to you, Springfield. Come out with a gun that has adjustable back straps so people can fit the gun to themselves. Okay, side straps. I love the feel of this VP9, but I don't see the benefit to the adjustable side straps. I really don't. So I think that's an unnecessary expense. Nobody else out here has adjustable side straps, and I haven't thought, oh crap, I wish they have adjustable back side straps. Back straps, yes. Side straps, not so much. Magazine well flaring. FN has the best magazine well flaring of any other handguns out here. It's nice and deep. But they all have flaring. Flaring is the most important thing, but right now FN has the best there is out there. Let's talk about trigger pull. The best trigger pull on the table is the Canic, no question. It's you got the wall, then there's no creep, it's just a break. So, and it's it's around 4.5 to 5 pounds. HK's is the same way. There's the wall. A little bit of creep and a break. A little bit of creep and a break. The FN, no real creep, just a break. So this one feels better than the FN trigger. I like the FN trigger, but the Canic has the best trigger. So everybody out there that's making handguns, buy one of these, find out how these guys made their trigger so nice, and copy it. And here's the thing I'll bash on FN. FN gives their trigger pull like 5.5 to 7.5. That's ridiculous. It should not be above 6 pounds. So if you can't figure out how to do it under 6 pounds, then re-engineer it. Mine don't happen to be that heavy. Mine are right around 5 pounds. But their literature says that can go up to 7 something. That's stupid. That's ridiculous. Okay, the magazine. The best magazines on the table the best magazine on the table is the FNS magazine. It's got that nice big lip, makes it really easy to grab onto for pulling the mag out by yourself, or for doing one-handed. If you got if you got a Type 3 and you only got one hand, this makes it for real nice pulling the magazine out. So this one, the Canik sucks, the HK sucks, the stock Glock sucks, the SD9VE is a little better, the M&P is pretty good, and the XD is not bad either. But all you designers out there, the base plate on the FN is the best so far. While we're on the issue of base plates, and I'll bash on Smith & Wesson, I'll bash on Glock, I'll bash on FN, okay, FN, and Smith & Wesson, same thing, and Springfield Armory, same deal. You guys ship a flush fit, great base plate design, no argument there. But you also ship a pinky extender on there. The gripe I got is this wasted space. It's hollow. You could make that flush out here and hollow in here and add another round or two. So I have a benefit besides just feel for having this magazine in there. Get another round or two. Okay, let's talk about magazines themselves. And I'm going to bash on HK, and I'm going to bash on XD. I'll pull this FN mag out. The FN mag, the M&P mag, the exact same size, 17 rounds. The XD mag, exact same size, 16 rounds. The HK, exact same size, 15 rounds. Come on, guys. This is a waste of space. Stick as many rounds you can in there. And I even read on the HK forums where they were saying, yeah, HK determined that, you know, this magazine design for 15 rounds had the highest reliability. I call BS, because I mean, I guess we've all heard all of the stories of how unreliable all these 17 round mags are. Said no one ever. So HK, Springfield, make full capacity mags, and that's 17 rounds. All these makes and models, the magazine goes in farther than it's supposed to, so that's a good thing. It helps in seating. Magazine release. The only two there's three we can look at. Smith & Wesson, one side only. Canik, one side only. Smith & Wesson, one side only. Glock, one side only. So let's talk about the HK. The HK, it's mirror image, it works both sides, but it's not American style. If you're going to run an HK, that's pretty much all you got to run, because it's a different place. It's not exactly the same place as like the FN, which is placed like all these other mags, or the Springfield, which is placed like all these other mags. FN, mirror image. Springfield, mirror image. Good job to Springfield, good job to FN. Everybody else, catch up. HK, offer this with an American style mag release too, besides this European style. So those of us that have a couple of handguns, we have the same manual of arms. This one's a little bit different. I can't push my thumb down there. I got to push it up there and do that. Yeah, I know I can use the trigger finger, but then it's a real unique manual of arms that won't work when I go to running this thing, or won't work when I go to running the Canik, or when I'm running the other M&P, or when I'm running the Glock. So I hope I hope you get the point. Okay, so let's talk about the safety. The Canik has the right safety, the Smith & Wesson does, the FN does, the Glock does, the HK does right here in the trigger, the M&P does right here in the trigger, and then we got this oddball, the Springfield. There's no reason, they got one in the trigger, then they got this one here. Not everybody's hand style can depress that easily. Yeah, I know it's a training issue, but the handgun should fit us. We shouldn't have to force ourselves to fit the handgun. So Springfield, lose the grip safety, or bring out the exact same models that don't have the grip safety. Safety in the trigger, that's all you need. You know, you can, Smith & Wesson does offer the option of having a thumb safety, that's fine. But but they also offer it without the thumb safety. Springfield offered this without the grip safety. Okay, so let's talk about the slide catch release. Right now, the top of the heap is the FN. They borrowed pretty good from the Smith & Wesson M&P line. It has a little bit of a fence there, but the FN went one step farther, and it's got a real fence around there. The fence sticks up just as far as the slide release does, so it protects it really, really, really well. And it's exactly mirror image. HK, I don't have any idea why you did what you... can't you get a longer lever than this, HK? I mean, surely we could have it extend out here and out to here. That's just ridiculous. And this one is so long, too, that it gets in the way of everybody's thumb that shoots it. Everybody I know that has an HK, they got to get their thumb way off to the side. Great feeling handgun. Out of all the ones on the bench here, this HK feels the best in the hand, but there's just some ergonomic downfalls to it. So, all you gun designers out there, the way FNS did this slide release, slide catch is perfect, and it's mirror image and it's protected too. Okay, so let's talk about the rear sight. Out of the stock handguns, out of the stock sights here, the best one in my opinion is the Smith & Wesson SD9VE. It has that nice sharp edge to it that doesn't have the slant. Now here's an aftermarket one that you can grab onto it, but it's a little bit too slanted. Here's a crap. I got aftermarkets on almost all of these. Glock, you're a big sight offender. Your plastic sights suck. You know, put some better sights on the gun. Have them be like this SD9 or as my FNs are exactly right now. Notice this rear sight on my FN. It doesn't come this way. It comes with a nice big old slope here. I had that machined off. This is the perfect sight design right here. We don't need any kind of slant on there at all. So here's the sights that every defensive handgun ought to ship from the factory with. These are Trijicon HDs. A very similar, it's even made by Trijicon. Ameriglow eye dots. It's got a nice big fluorescent kind of dot there for daytime use. The front sight shows up really well. And it's got tritium in the center there, and it's got a tritium dot here below this U notch. Everybody on the table's got light rail. It's a Picatinny rail. But, you know, Glock, put more than one freaking little spot there, so you have some options. Notice FN's got 4 of them. Their compact has 3. The Canic has 3. The Smith & Wesson M&P's got 3. The XD's got 3. The HK's got 4. The SD9VE's got 2. So Glock, get with the program and give us a little bit more. Give us some more options there. Okay, here's something that some makes, like this Canic has it on the top here. It's a loaded chamber indicator. There's just a little lever up there. XD has the same thing here on the Mod 2. I think that's the only handguns I got out here that have that little thing. And gun manufacturers, don't go to the time to machine that little slot in there and add that little piece in there. This is totally it's a waste of money. The only way to know if you got around the chamber is to check. I do not. No one should trust these little gizmos to let you know if there's a round in the chamber or not. The only way to check if there's a round in the chamber is you rack the slide back a little bit and you stick your finger in there. If you feel brass, you got a loaded chamber. Absolutely no reason on this green earth to have that little thing. There could be dirt and all kinds of crap in there holding it up, and you think you got a round in there and you don't. So gun manufacturers, just don't machine that little slot in there, and don't have to put a little spring and a little lever. Just don't. Okay, here's one other thing that I don't know why the designers did this. This is HK. You can see the back end of the striker. Well, it used to be red, but the red thing fell off. And then when you pull the trigger, it goes away. And Canic, when they developed their handgun, they thought, hey, HK has this cool thing back there. Let's mimic that. So you can see that there. Then when you pull the trigger, it goes away. The problem is, here's what I don't like about it. A, I can't feel it. It's too deep in there. If I took my pinky finger, I guess I could. But bottom line is, if you don't know the condition of your firearm, check. Don't rely upon any little gizmos like this on the back there. If you don't know the condition of your firearm, check it. And then that way you know 100%. Even if this did stick out some more, like I could feel my thumb. If I had gloves on, there's no way I could feel it. So all this does is create a nice little pocket here for dirt and crap to get in there to gum up the action. So don't put, gun designers, don't put that little hole in there so that it's just distracting. It's distracting, and it can also lead to malfunctions if stuff drops down in there. So don't do that. Okay, here's one other thing that I don't know why the designers did this. This is HK. You can see the back end of the striker. Well, it used to be red, but the red thing fell off. And then when you pull the trigger, it goes away. And Canik, when they developed their handgun, they thought, hey, HK has this cool thing back there. Let's mimic that. So you can see that there. Then when you pull the trigger, it goes away. The problem is, here's what I don't like about it. A, I can't feel it. It's too deep in there. If I took my pinky finger, I guess I could. But bottom line is, if you don't know the condition of your firearm, check. Don't rely upon any little gizmos like this on the back there. If you don't know the condition of your firearm, check it. And then that way you know 100%. Even if this did stick out some more, like I could feel my thumb. If I had gloves on, there's no way I could feel it. So all this does is create a nice little pocket here for dirt and crap to get in there to gum up the action. So don't put, gun designers, don't put that little hole in there so that it's just distracting. It's distracting, and it can also lead to malfunctions if stuff drops down in there. So don't do that. So to recap, the perfect size handgun is the Glock 19. Plastic or polymer receivers are better than steel or aluminum. No finger grooves. It'll fit the most wide variety of hands. Adjustable back straps are a great thing. The best feeling gun is the HK-VP9. Honorable mention to Smith Wesson M&P. The magwell flaring is the best in the FNS. Trigger pull is the best in the Canik TP9SF. Honorable mention to the VP9. Mag base plates, FNS, honorable mention to M&P. Mag pinky extinction should allow for an extra round or two. The best mag release, the FNS, followed by the XD Mod 2. All mags should hold the maximum number of rounds. If offered with a thumb or grip safety, offer models without. So we have a choice. Slide catch release, FNS, honorable mention to M&P. Rear sight design, the SD9VE. All handguns should ship with the Trijicon HDs or Ameriglow eye dots, or, at a very minimum, fiber optic front and plain rear like the XD Mod 2. No added gizmos like loaded chamber indicators or striker plate holes. Get rid of those, designers. So designers, please take note and create for us the ultimate fighting handgun. Ensure that your training and your practice is preparing you for the real world, your real world, and not for the fantasy land of the shooting range. And as always, have a great day.